Guys, I finally did it. Finally. Every year after Thanksgiving, I say I'm gonna make bone broth using the leftover turkey and the carcass, and I never do. I never get to it. And why? Because there's so much value in that bone broth, and it tastes better than any store-bought. It has collagen, you know, that stuff that helps to build strong bones, and elasticity, anti-aging, helps to nourish the gut. It's amazing. So this year I finally did it, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what I did, and then we're going to make vegetable soup right after that. The first thing I did was I put the carcass and everything I had left over and every vegetable I had in the refrigerator and threw it in a pot, covered it with water, salt, pepper. I put in bay leaves, fresh rosemary from my rosemary bush outside. I sprinkled some of my jalapeno salt, and the reason why I love that jalapeno salt because it is packed with flavor, tons of minerals. I'm using Celtic salt, and I combine that with my dehydrated jalapenos that I got from my garden. All kinds of fun stuff up in there. Put a little bit of paprika, pepper. You can throw in anything just to give this max flavor. I used garlic, a lot of onion. Onion and garlic are kind of your heavy hitters in the flavor department. Bring it to a boil and let that boil for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then you can do it at a low boil, and you want it to be on there for about 3 to 4 hours. Now we're gonna go ahead and make some vegetable soup. Put the broth in the freezer so that I could get to it when I had time. So if you have turkey at Christmas, this will be a great thing that you can do. And if you're too tired, you've got too much going on, throw the carcass and all the things in the freezer, and you can get to it when you have time. But one of the other things that I did the day of Thanksgiving is I saved all of the broth that came off of the turkey, and I put that in as well because it has a lot of value, a lot of flavor, all doing amazing things. So I'm gonna go ahead and gather my ingredients for the soup, and I'll be right back. I wanna share with you a couple of things while I peel the carrots. I went ahead and washed my veggies. I love turkey, and after Thanksgiving, I use that turkey for so many things, and I wish I would have gotten to it a little quicker, but we host a lot of times for Thanksgiving, and the next day is kind of like downtime. You just need a moment. But we made shepherd's pie using turkey, and that was delicious. I wish I would have recorded the whole thing, but basically I just cut up my vegetables kind of like I'm gonna do now, and I sauteed them in butter, lots of seasoning, garlic, salt, pepper, jalapeno salt. I'm obsessed with my jalapeno salt. And did a layer of those vegetables, and then I did a layer of corn because we didn't have peas. I would have done corn and peas, but I only had corn. You drain the corn, put it on top, and then topped it with mashed potatoes. Bake it at 350 for about 30 minutes. I love to broil the top and get it nice and golden brown. It was spectacular. In fact, I'm gonna have to make it again soon. I bought 2 extra turkeys because they were on sale. They were the organic turkeys. I think, why is it that the only 2 times of year that we have turkey is Thanksgiving and Christmas, when I love it so much? And it's so versatile. So the other thing I did was I had salad. I topped a salad with the turkey, and I also made sandwiches, and of course we had leftover dinner with the turkey. And now I am using the broth. So many good things that you can use that for. Right now I am peeling the carrots, and then I'm going to chop them, and I'm going to do 2 different things. One, I'm going to leave some kind of bite size to just soften in the soup, and the other I am going to do a fine chop, and I'm going to saute them in some olive oil with the other vegetables for a lot of nice flavor in the soup. So I'm gonna get all of this chopped up. I have onions, and guys, I'm winging this. I am just winging it, so hopefully this will turn out great. And by the way, I'll tell you something pretty fascinating to me. I grew up with my mom making all the meals the majority of the time. We didn't eat out a lot. I have 3 brothers, by the way. I am the youngest, the only girl. As I grew up, I saw my mom in the kitchen. So I've always been in the kitchen, but what I did not acquire is that creativity. You know, those people that can just go look in your pantry and you're like, I don't have any food, and they whip up something fabulous. Now that's my brother. My brother could do that, probably all of them really, but my one in particular, he's great in the kitchen and he could just make something out of nothing. But since 2017, I did a health challenge and ate foods that I've never had before. It was very strict. It was 30 days of clean eating, no cheating, and it really started my creativity growing. And since then, I can put things together that I never thought I could. It's just like, oh, why don't we try this? And you try it and it works and it tastes good and you're like, wow, I didn't need a cookbook for that. You know, you get inspiration for sure from somebody out there. Most of them are tweaked, but I love to add my spin on it, and my, you know, my palate acquires certain flavors, and I like to try to push myself to think outside the box. The nutrient value, you know, just getting as many nutrients in there as you possibly can makes all the difference. And I have had people ask me if I would address hormones, which I will soon, but this is how we balance hormones. So if you look in this basket and you look here, like we're seeing the colors of the rainbow, the bright orange, the beautiful purple, the green, and we have varying shades of green with the green pepper and the celery, and then we have the onion, which is white. We want to cover the rainbow. We're getting different nutrients in all of these, and together they just pair really well. I am going to use, you know, traditionally use an egg noodle in soup, but I want something with a little bit more nutrients. And I got this from Trader Joe's. I just think it's really pretty. It's very colorful, and it's the organic pasta that we'll be using today. I'm gonna get all this chopped and I'll be back. I'm gonna go ahead and fix the pasta in water separately because I don't want it to soak up any of that broth. I think it's a good consistency right now. I'm gonna put that in there, and then I did decide that I am gonna add some chicken. So I'm gonna saute the chicken and get that nice and flavorful, and then I'm gonna shred it and put it in the soup, and it is going to be fantastic. want to try it. I want a little bite of everything, get the veggies in there. That is amazing. You taste the soup, Campbell's ain't got nothing on me. And the nutrients in here, we're gonna call this hormone healthy, happy chicken soup. Delicious.
It was very tasty.